Okay, this is another rules briefing since we're on a bit of a roll with these. Going to have a look at fatigue and troop quality, which is something that is unique to CSS and isn't present at all in GTS. First thing we'll look at fatigue. Now fatigue affects how a division can actually perform. Everybody starts with a specific divisional fatigue level when the division finally has any units on the map. Divisional fatigue is checked in the preparation phase of the 0700 turn, and it says if an American or German division has a fatigue level of 3 or less, increase the troop quality by 1, so up to the maximum value. So each division or division equivalent would have its own troop quality, and you can see these. If you go across to the board, you can see its command rate and dispatch rate, and it has a maximum troop quality. Okay, and that will be, not always, but it's sometimes different from the actual one you start with. Okay, if you have a fatigue level of 5 or more, you reduce the division's troop quality by 1. Now troop quality is different. GTS, every single unit has its own morale level, whereas whereas CSS treats a division as a whole. So division becomes less and less efficient, the more tired its individual units are, the more casualties they've taken, which I think is a good system. I like it. It means you can't just keep hammering away with a division at enemy position so long as you've got enough dispatch points to throw the formation chits or divisional chits into the cup. Now, in terms of actual fatigue builds up the more you use a division. So if you put a divisional chit into the cup, it will basically add 1 to the division's current fatigue. If you put a divisional activation into the cup for a night turn, that would add 2. But you can reduce your divisional fatigue basically by not putting it into the cup. And if you don't put your divisional chit into the cup, it will actually drop the divisional's current fatigue by 1. Right. Now, as you can see, fatigue affects troop quality, and troop quality affects how effective the division is. For example, if an American or German division has a current troop quality 3 or less, no formation, Kampfgruppen activation chits for that division can be purchased this turn. If an American or German division has a current troop quality of 2 or less, no division, Kampfgruppen or formation activations for that division may be purchased this turn. So basically, if you run your divisions into the ground, they will be pretty useless. All they'll be able to do is like opportunity fire, because you won't be able to activate them at all. Well, the only way you could activate them is using your direct command chit, which is an expensive and inefficient way of using a division. For example, if you do use your divisional, if you use your direct command chit, you've got a pool of direct commands, which is based on your command rating plus half of a single die roll. Each time you draw that chit, you get that number of divisional commands, and they're a fairly rare resource, and you really shouldn't be using those unless you can use them effectively. Just to be using them to just move units around or get rid of the odd level of disorganisation isn't the best way of doing things. So there you go, you have fatigue and troop quality. As you can see, that interlocks with how the actual division performs on the battlefield. So it's quite an interesting and system mechanic, which I think is quite good. I like it.